that powerfully Hello, am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Snehal Patil. Are you there, Snehal Patil?
Yes, sir.
Okay, slide is visible.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, which slide is there?
Environmental microbiology.
Okay, environmental microbiology. So last time we have already started this environmental science or in that environmental microbiology. And I hope that last time I have told you people anything around us, we call it as an environment, or anything around us, we call it as an atmosphere. And the study of earth, air, water, living organisms, and the man and his impact on this environment, we call it as environmental science. And as far as in this environmental science, we have mentioned the study of non-living entities and study of living entities. As far as living entities are considered, we have to see about this environmental microbiology. And in this environmental microbiology, as per your syllabus, in your syllabus, the characteristic properties of the liquid waste is there, and that liquid waste is of basically two types, and that is solid waste and liquid waste. And as far as this solid waste and liquid waste is considered, what you can say, we have to check their characteristic properties, and depending upon their characteristic properties, we can assess, we can judge, or we can determine this strength of sewage and the quality of the sewage treatment plant or efficiency of sewage treatment plant. And on the basis of that, we can decide whether the sewage is to be disposed of into the natural body or not. This last time I think we were discussing. So I would like to ask you people that last time which general characteristic property of sewage we were discussing. Who would like to tell me? Yes, Snehal Patil. होती का last time? Snehal. Yes, कोणती characteristic? रेशमा मुलानी, अक्षदा सेलार. अरे कोणती characteristic property last time आपण पाहत होतो? Yes, साक्षी. कोणी सांगणार नाही का रे बाळा? So last time we have already discussed what we have discussed, the characteristic properties, that is what you can say इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिव्हिटी आपण लास्ट टाइम पाहिलेली आहे. आणि इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिव्हिटी काय असते की प्लेन वॉटरची कमी असते, whereas if the water is having high iron content, more electrical conductivity is there, and on the basis of more electrical conductivity we can judge the quality of sewage. Electrical conductivity आपण पाहिलं. Next to that electrical conductivity we have seen chloride content of the liquid waste. Next to this chloride content, we have seen sulfate content of the waste. And last time we were discussing about one of the most important characteristic property of waste, whether it is domestic waste is there or industrial waste is there or municipality waste is there. And in our laboratory also we can detect that property. We call it as biochemical oxygen demand or biological oxygen demand, and we call it as a BOD. So that BOD is a technique or procedure which is used to determine amount of oxygen required for stabilizing or amount of oxygen required for oxidizing organic matter or decomposition of organic matter which is present in the sewage or which is present in the given wastewater. Or BOD is the amount of oxygen required by bacteria while stabilizing this decomposable organic matter under aerobic condition. So BOD represent quantity of dissolved oxygen. We express the results in milligram per liter, milligram per liter. That is BOD represent the quantity of dissolved oxygen in milligram per liter required during oxidation of decomposable or biodegradable organic matter by aerobic biochemical action of the bacteria. So this BOD gives an idea about extent of the pollution, extent of the pollution. So it serves as a test to evaluate purifying capacity of receiving bodies of the water. It serves as a test to evaluate the purifying capacity of receiving bodies of the water. So whether this sewage treatment plants are properly working or not, that we can determine. So this BOD test is a bioassay test. Biological entity, biological organisms are used for this test. Device to measure the oxygen which is consumed by these living organisms for decomposition of organic matter. The decomposable organic matter serves as a food for bacteria and energy is obtained due to such oxidation, food for bacteria, and during this decomposition, this energy is obtained. So what happens when you would like to go for the determination of BOD, the samples you have to protect it from sunlight. Samples you have to protect from excessive agitation. The samples you have to protect from excessive shaking. And these samples you have to determine its BOD at a fixed temperature in an incubator. If the this temperature is not fixed or temperature is not proper. Anybody from the class would like to tell me the temperature used for BOD? कोण सांगू शकेल का बाळांनो किती टेम्परेचर वापरलं जात असतं BOD साठी? येस, BOD किती डिग्री टेम्परेचरला काढला जात असतो? कोण सांगेल मला? सायली बर्गे, सानिका कारंजकर, शिल्पा दळवी. येस, कितीला काढला जात असतो बाळांनो? येस, येस, किती डिग्री टेम्परेचरला ठेवला जात असतो रे बाळा? So is kept at a fixed temperature in an incubator, and the temperature kept in an incubator is 20 degrees centigrade for 5 days, and this favors a uniform bacterial growth, and to complete such growth 5 days are required. So BOD test is a wet oxidation procedure. So usually 5-day BOD test gives a reliable information on quality of water. So I hope that you might be aware there are 300 ml BOD bottles which are to be filled with the liquid sample which is to be tested for its BOD content and its dissolved oxygen content. So this dissolved oxygen of first bottle is determined immediately by Winkler's method, and the second bottle is incubated at 20 degrees centigrade in dark for 5 days, and dissolved oxygen is determined and dissolved oxygen is determined. As far as BOD of a typical samples of water is considered, say for example, a pure water is there, and for this pure water BOD is in the range of 1.0 to 3.0 BOD milligram per liter, then the remarks are the BOD is reasonable. Whereas this river BOD, it is say for example, the results are value of the BODs are 5 to 20 BOD milligram per liter, then it is a tolerable result. Sewage is having the BOD 50 to 100 milligram per liter, then remarks are very bad the BOD. Whereas industrial waste, which is having the BOD in the range of 100 to 10,000 milligram per liter, then it is called as a extremely poor BOD. तर आता हे रिझनेबल आहे, टॉलरेबल आहे, व्हेरी बॅड आहे, एक्स्ट्रीमली पुअर आहे, हे कोण ठरवतं? तर त्यासाठी MPCB, महाराष्ट्र पोल्युशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड आहे. Then American Water Works Association, a government regulatory authority is there. In a similar fashion, another government regulatory authority, say for example, American Public Health Association. American Public Health Association. So this BOD account for chemical and biological transformation in water. So whether it is a primary and secondary treatments of effluents reduces oxygen demand or not, that needs to change. This proximity of dairy food industry increases BOD of the surfaces. BOD of the surface. So I would like to ask you people, तर तुम्ही हाऊ BOD करत असताना तुम्ही काय काय करता, कोण सांगू शकेल मला प्रोसिजर? वुड लाईक टू टेल मी द प्रोसिजर? कोण सांगणार प्रोसिजर मला? कोण सांगू शकेल? ऋतुजा सांगते का मला? ऋतुजा डांगे. येस. येस ऋतुजा. सानिका कारंजकर, मनाली मस्के. कोणीच काय बोलत नाही का रे बाळांनो? एम आय ऑडिबल? येस.
येस सर.
कोण म्हणाला येस सर? संयुक्ता जाधव. संयुक्ता. अगं बाळ, मी काय विचारलं की आपलं चाललेलं आहे की we have to determine the characteristic properties of the sewage, and one of the most important characteristic property of the liquid waste, whether it is obtained from the municipality, whether it is a domestic waste or industrial waste, one of the most important, reliable, promising characteristic property is nothing but determination of BOD. BOD. And I have asked you people simply that I have told you people basic principle and what is there to be for determination of BOD in this technique. And lastly, just now Sayukta, just now I have asked you people how you will determine what is the procedure. तुम्ही practical मध्ये काय procedure केलेले आहे Sayukta? Can you tell me?
Sir, we take water which we need to be sampled. Then we take that water in bottles given, which we need to keep in sunlight, and a few in not means few in sunlight and few are in not sunlight.
Okay.
Then incubation is done
Today,
for certain period in a given temperature. Then
incubation
we take out the bottles and
incubationला कुठे ठेवता? येस संयुक्ता, incubationला कुठे ठेवता?
20 डिग्री सेल्सिअस
Why
असतं तर
20
मग
degree?
ते मेंटेन करून.
Why 20 degrees used? Why not 37 degrees centigrade? Most of the times you used to keep it at 37 degrees centigrade. Why it is the BOD bottles are to be kept at lower temperature, 20 degrees centigrade? Yes. का 20 ला ठेवता? Yes,
तर आय थिंक वॉटर बॉडीजचं जे असतं ते नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर तेवढं असतं.
वॉटर बॉडीज अजून कोण सांगू शकेल संयुक्ता सोडून? Why it is kept only at 20 degrees centigrade? Why not about 20 degrees centigrade? As you are aware, most of the time we used to keep at 37 degrees centigrade, which is our body temperature. काय कारण असेल? कोण सांगू शकेल? ऋतू शेलार सांगू शकते का बा? ऋतू शेलार.
सर कूल क्लायमेट लागत
कूल क्लायमेट लागत असतं. तन्वी काळे आहे का? तन्वी काळे. तन्वी काळे. तन्वी आहे का? आर यू देअर तन्वी काळे? अजून कोण सांगू शकेल? All of you remember well, as we are determining the amount of oxygen which is present in the liquid waste, that oxygen we are determining by the consumption by microorganism. So what happens if we keep the BOD bottles at 37 degrees centigrade or more elevated temperature, more higher temperature, what will happen? The oxygen which is present in the liquid sample, that oxygen may be escaped by mechanical means, and we will record the faulty results, erroneous result. At 20 degrees centigrade, there is no mechanical exclusion of oxygen, whereas at 37 degrees centigrade, there is a chance, possibility, or at 37 degrees centigrade, some of the oxygen may be escaped into the atmosphere by physical techniques, mechanical techniques, and we will consider it as this oxygen is consumed by the microorganisms for decomposition or degradation. Therefore, as per the standard technique procedure, the BOD bottles are to be incubated at 20 degrees centigrade. At 20 degrees centigrade, there is no mechanical exclusion of oxygen. Therefore, BOD bottles are always kept at 20 degrees centigrade. संयुक्ता समझते का? Yes, संयुक्ता.
Yes, sir.
Then next question arises, why 5 days BOD bottles are kept for incubation? Why not 24 hours? Why not 48? Why not 1 week? Why not 2 weeks? Why only 5 days? कोण संयुक्ता कशासाठी? Yes, संयुक्ता.
सर ते मेटाबॉलिक ऍक्शन आणि सगळं
तर ते जे काय
त्यांची
ऑर्गॅनिक
डिमांड
मॅटर
चेक
प्रेझेंट आहे
करायला तेवढा
लिक्विड
टाइम
वेस्ट
लागतो.
मध्ये, that organic matter get decomposed within 5 days it has been found. So 5 दिवसात जर डिकम्पोज झाले नाही तर नंतर किती दिवस वर्षानुवर्ष ठेवले तर ते डिकम्पोज होत नाही, म्हणून आपण ते 5 डेजच ठेवत असतो. 5 डेज पेक्षा कमी ठेवली तर ते काय कम्प्लीट डिकम्पोजिशन होत नाही आणि फॉल्टी किंवा एरोनस रिझल्ट्स येत असतात. And so as to overcome this problem, 20 degrees centigrade 5 days incubation is there. And what happens in the beginning, we used to determine what is sample blank and what you call the sample initial and blank initial. So we used to determine initial oxygen level, initial oxygen concentration, initial oxygen amount, initial oxygen present किती आहे, is blank sample आहे, कोणतं सॅम्पल आहे, सॅम्पल आहे. तुम्ही 4 बॉटल्स घेत असता, त्यापैकी 2 बॉटल्स पहिल्याच दिवशी त्याचं टायट्रेशन करत असता, त्याच्यापैकी 2 बॉटल्स पैकी पहिल्याच दिवशी म्हणजे एकाचं ब्लँकचं मीन्स ब्लँक आणि सॅम्पल्स. ब्लँक म्हणजे काय असतंय, डिस्टिल वॉटर विच इज सॅच्युरेटेड विथ ऑक्सिजन, and that distilled water does not contain any amount of or any quantity of organic matter. Even though what happens for blank also, even though for blank the whatever initial reading is there, and after 5 days reading there is a difference is there, and that difference we used to minus through the calculation. Therefore what happens, initial we used to determine the initial DO, that is dissolved oxygen which is present in the beginning, and the dissolved oxygen which is present after 5 days, that will be the difference, will be the dissolved oxygen which is consumed by the microorganism, and the technique which is called as a Winkler's alkali azide iodide technique. Winkler is the name of scientist, and that scientist devised this technique so as to remember, so as to honor that scientist. We call it as a Winkler's test technique. समझते हैं? Yes, संयुक्ता. Yes. संयुक्ता. Yes, sir. The next one is the COD. हा शब्द ऐकलाय का तुम्ही सर्वांनी? Chemical oxygen demand. That chemical oxygen demand or COD is nothing but, again, this is a technique procedure, and in this technique procedure also we used to determine the concentration of organic matter. And here what happens, we used to use this chemical substance, and what happens, reduction of that chemical substance occurs. That is a chemical oxygen demand, a strong oxidizing substance we used to use in this COD. So what happens in case of COD, it corresponds to the amount of oxygen required to oxidize organic matter in a sample which is susceptible to permanganate or dichromate oxidation in a acidic media. So K2Cr2O7, dipotassium dichromate, potassium dichromate, ऐकलाय का शब्द potassium dichromate? K2Cr2O7 हे स्ट्रॉंग ऑक्सिडायझिंग एजंट वापरला जात असतो. त्याच्यामध्ये K2Cr2O7 आहे. तर ते O7 पैकी काय होत असतं, some of the oxygen from this chemical substance dichromate is used for decomposition of organic matter, and excess of dichromate we used to determine by back titrating with this what you call this कशावर titrate करत असता तुम्ही K2Cr2O7? Yes, anybody? पुढे आहे सांगतो तुम्हाला. So this technique is widely used as a means of measuring this pollution strength of industrial effluent. So this technique allows measurement of total amount of oxygen required for oxidation of organic matter to CO2. So what happens in BOD? The biological recalcitrant, biologically resistant organic matter is there. That biological or biologically resistant organic matter is not decomposed. Whereas here, what happens? The strong oxidizing agent, that is what you call this K2CR2O7, in presence of heat and in presence of acid, there is a complete decomposition, degradation of organic matter into carbon dioxide and water, complete oxidation. So this, therefore, this is widely used technique for measuring pollution strength of industrial effluent, and this technique allows measurement of total amount of oxygen required for oxidation of organic matter to carbon dioxide. So this method is based on the principle that all organic compounds can be oxidized by strong oxidizing agents in acidic media. Hence, BOD values. Hence, COD values are always greater than BOD values. COD values are always greater than BOD values. So COD is always too large. If great amounts of biologically resistant organic matter is present, say for example lignin, pectin, cellulose, xylose, etc., then COD unfortunately cannot differentiate between biologically oxidizable and biologically inert organic matter. The rate of oxidation is not precisely understood in COD analysis. The outstanding feature COD in a comparison to BOD is a short time. So as all of you are aware, just now we have seen that for the, so as to obtain the results by BOD, it requires minimum 5 days, whereas to obtain the results by COD, it requires a short period, that is not more than 3 hours. Within 3 hours, you will get the results. And the outstanding feature of COD in comparison to BOD is a short time, and it is required for this determination or values. In 3 hours, all valuable information can.
Spinity and spinity at calculating.
Spinity any?
Spinity, SPM, spinity.
It's not. Oh.
आपल्या spinity लागायचं नाही.
So there are a variety of oxidizing agents like ferric sulfate is there, potassium iodide is there, potassium iodide, then potassium dichromate. Just now I have told we used to in our determination potassium dichromate, strong oxidizing agent. Then other useful agents are KMnO4, K2S2O8, HClO4, HiO3, HNO3. Amongst one of the most popularly used is the K2CR2O7 potassium dichromate to oxidize organic matter. The solution is made acidic in 50% sulfuric acid under anhydrous condition. So the reflux condenser is used to prevent loss of volatile organic compounds. So these low molecular weight fatty acids do not get easily oxidized unless the catalyst like the silver salt is added. I hope that you might have heard about this catalyst. Silver salt is a catalyst. The interference is caused by chloride. So it is, this interference is eliminated by addition of mercury salt, silver salt or mercury salt. So which precipitates the chlorides as HgCl2, which precipitates chlorides as HgCl. So the sulfuric acid is added to oxidize nitrites to nitrates. Mercuric sulfate is added to destroy chloride. Organic nitrogen reduces dichromate, but slow addition of acid gives good results when volatile matter is present. The ratio of COD to BOD is used in data interpretation. Usually 0.5 normal K2CR2O7, which gives a good result or best result. an excess of oxidizing agent must be present in COD analysis, and hence excess is added and amount reduced is determined. And the ferrous ammonium sulfate is used for back titration. And just now I was asking to with which chemical you are going to back titrate it. So ferrous ammonium sulfate is used for back titration. So ferrine indicator. That the ferrine indicator is nothing but 110 phenanthrolene sulfate is used as an indicator, and it gives a sharp color change. And that sharp color change is nothing but green color to wine red color. And the COD test is useful for analysis of industrial waste. Within short time, results are obtained. So this COD gives an idea of toxic condition and presence of biologically resistant organic compounds present in the wastewater. And during such analysis, we can never get 100% oxidation of biological material in the wastewater. The standard K2Cr2O7 is prepared this is called as a redox reaction or redox titration. And in this redox titration or in this redox reaction is carried out in presence of sulfuric acid in a reflux condenser for 2 to 3 hours in presence of HgSO4 and AgSO4, which both acts as a catalyst. And the excess of K2Cr2O7 is titrated against standard solution of ferrous ammonium sulfate and silver catalyst, which oxidizes the straight chain alcohols and acids. Yes. तर रिफ्लेक्स कंडेन्सर म्हणजे काय बाळांनो, कोण सांगू शकेल मला? संयुक्त रिफ्लेक्स कंडेन्सर म्हणजे काय असतं? रिफ्लेक्स कंडेन्सर संयुक्त येस. रिफ्लेक्स कंडेन्सर म्हणजे काय संयुक्त?
सर आठवत नाही.
काय? येस.
नो आयडिया सर.
नो आयडिया. मी पक्के सीओडी एक्सपेरिमेंट तुमचा लॅब मध्ये झाला का झाला नाही? येस.
सर बीओडी चा झाला.
COD झालेलाच नाही का तुमचा? COD, have you seen the COD apparatus which is present in our laboratory? का COD झालाच नाही? येस. तर COD apparatus पाहिला असेल तर रिफ्लेक्स होत असतं. म्हणजे काय होत असतं, जे आपण लिक्विड सॅम्पल, लिक्विड वेस्ट किंवा सिवेज, म्युनिसिपालिटी असेल किंवा डोमेस्टिक असेल किंवा इंडस्ट्रियल सिवेज आहे की ज्याचा आपण COD काढणार आहोत, ते सिवेज सॅम्पल मध्ये आपण काय करत असतो, त्याच्यामध्ये ऍसिड टाकत असतो, K2Cr2O7 टाकत असतो आणि कॅटॅलिस्ट टाकल्यानंतर आपण ते डायजेशन साठी ठेवत असतो. आणि डायजेशन साठी ठेवत असतो म्हणजे काय करायचंय, आपणाला त्याचं हिटिंग करायचंय. हिटिंग करायचंय किती डिग्री सेंटीग्रेडला? 90 to 100 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेडला. आणि त्या 90 to 100 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेडला आपण ज्यावेळी हिटिंग करत असतो त्यावेळी ते काय होत असतं, बॉइलिंग होत असतं त्याचं. आणि ते बॉइलिंग झालं की काय होणार आहे, इव्हॅपोरेशन, त्याचे जे काही क्वांटिटी आहे, वाफ आहे, ती निघून जाणार आहे. आणि ते तसं होऊ नये म्हणून जो काय कंडेन्सर असतो त्याच्या बाजूने काय केलेलं असतं, cold water circulate केलेलं असतं. when we apply this temperature or heat to the digestion mixture, what happens, the evaporate, when that evaporate come in contact with the cold water which is circulated in the condenser, immediately काय होत असतं, त्याचं त्या वाफेचं पाणी होत असतं, and that vapors are converted into water, and the water fall again in the same mixture. म्हणजे काय होत असतं की सुरुवातीला जर आपण काय 100 ml 80 ml मिक्सचर घेतलेलं असेल तर ते 3 तास आपण ज्यावेळी त्याचं हिटिंग करत असतो, बॉइलिंग करत असतो, आणि ते 3 तासानंतर सुद्धा ते 100 ml किंवा 80 ml घेतलेले जसंच्या तसं राहत असतं. म्हणून तशा प्रकारच्या कंडेन्सरला काय म्हणायचं, रिफ्लेक्स कंडेन्सर, रिफ्लेक्स कंडेन्सर. and there are some of other condenser काय असतात, त्याच्यामध्ये काय होतं की जे काय आपण बॉइलिंग करायला लागल्यानंतर जी काय वाफ तयार होत असते ती त्याच्यातून बाहेर जात असते, म्हणून त्याला काय म्हणायचंय, रिफ्लेक्स कंडेन्सर असं म्हणायचं आहे. So COD determines the amount of oxygen required for chemical oxidation of organic matter using strong chemical oxidant such as potassium dichromate under reflex condenser conditions. You have to remember this always whenever you are determining this COD, that is strong chemical oxidizing agent, that is a potassium dichromate under reflex condition. And the formula which is there for this determination of COD, that is A minus B, that is a titrant used in ml for blank. B stands for the titrant used for in ml for the sample. A minus B into C, that is normality of ferrous ammonium sulfate. Then this is the for conversion of oxygen, 8,000 per liter conversion. It is the what we call this molecular weight of oxygen, the and divided by the volume of a sample in ml. Usually 20 ml sample is used. So by this formula we used to calculate the chemical oxygen demand. Chemical oxygen demand, that is parallel running the sample, blank sample, and that blank sample is nothing but the still water sample, and that still water sample is totally free from organic content, totally free from organic content. त्याच्यानंतरचा एक शेवटचा आज पाहणार आहोत, जनरल कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक प्रॉपर्टी पीएच. नाव ऐकले का बाळांनो, पीएच? We have to determine pH of the sewage, pH of the liquid waste, whether that liquid waste is obtained from industry or municipality or domestic waste. So on the basis of pH also we can decide or determine the category of the sewage, category of sewage. As all of you are aware, pH is nothing but minus log H plus ion concentration. So the pH of fresh sewage is more than 7, whereas pH of fresh sewage is 7.0, and it is always or highly alkaline. And when the sewage sample is standing or kept as it is, pH goes down, and the degradation of organic matter is also pH dependent. Therefore, it is necessary to determine, therefore it is necessary to find out the pH of the given sewage sample. There are what you can say, this aerobic biological process is interfered if pH of sewage is either less than 5 or more than 10. That is, the aerobic decomposition degradation processes gets affected if the pH is less than 5 or more than 10. And presence of industrial waste makes sewage acidic. pH is mainly useful to control the treatment of process, and the anaerobic digestion of the organic matter can be controlled by adjustment of a pH. The next question arises, how you can determine this pH? As far as this methods which are used for pH determination, one of the most commonly technique is by use of pH paper, then by use of pH meter, and by use of some of chemical substances which acts as a pH indicator, and those indicators are also used for, or you can determine acidity of the sample or alkalinity of the sample. That is simply acid base neutralization titration is to be carried out. मग त्या पीएच वरून आपणाला काय समजते, त्या पीएच वरून आपणाला समजते की त्याची क्वालिटी कशी आहे. ते जर पीएच 7.0 असेल तर most of the times there is no much harm to the natural aquatic system to dispose of, but pH is 2 less than 7 or 2 more than 7.0, then what happens, it gives a signal, it gives indication that the given liquid wastewater sample is not suitable, not fit to dispose of into either in oceans, either in lakes, rivers, etc. lakes, rivers. तर आपल्या सिलेबस मध्ये काय काय आहे, आपल्या सिलेबस मध्ये जनरल कॅरेक्टर्स ऑफ द वेस्ट, त्याच्यामध्ये लिक्विड वेस्ट आणि सॉलिड वेस्ट, वेदर इट इज अ लिक्विड वेस्ट असू द्या किंवा सॉलिड वेस्ट असू द्या, त्याचा पीएच आपल्याला पाहायचा आहे, त्याची इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिव्हिटी पाहायची आहे, त्याचा बीओडी पाहायचा आहे, त्याचा सीओडी पाहायचा आहे, आणि त्याच्यानंतर मग त्याच्यामध्ये टोटल सॉलिड्स किती आहे, टोटल डिसॉल्व सॉलिड्स किती आहे, टोटल सस्पेंडेड सॉलिड्स किती आहेत, टोटल व्होलाटाईल सॉलिड्स किती आहेत, क्लोराइड्स आपण पाहिलं, सल्फेट्स पाहिलं, आणि ऑइल अँड ग्रीस आपण थोडक्यात पाहिलेलं आहे. पद्धतीने आपण एक 3-4 प्रॉपर्टीज बीओडी, सीओडी, क्लोराइड, सल्फेट आणि पीएच इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिव्हिटी पाहिलेली आहे. ए बाळांनो, तुमच्यापैकी कोणाला डाऊट आहे का? आता आपलं परत ऑनलाईन सुरू झालेलं आहे. अगेन यू हॅव टू अपीअर फॉर दिस व्हेरियस इंटरनल सेमिस्टर एक्झामिनेशन, एंड सेमिस्टर एक्झामिनेशन. मग त्याच्यासाठी आताच्या ज्या काय प्रेझेंट सिच्युएशन दिसते त्याच्यावरून तरी तुमची काय ऑफलाईन एक्झामची रिमोट चान्सेस आहेत, परंतु जर हे वातावरण लवकरच निवळलं तर परत तुमची ऑफलाईन परीक्षा होऊ शकते. ऑनलाईन साठी वेगळे प्रश्न असू शकतील, ऑफलाईन साठी वेगळे प्रकारचे प्रश्न असू शकतील. काय संयुक्त आहे का काय प्रॉब्लेम? इज देयर एनीबडी इज हॅव्हिंग प्रॉब्लेम? आहे का? असेल तर सांगा मला, अदरवाइज वुड लाईक टू स्टॉप हियर.